My piggy bank was empty. I guess I can't help.
This is Caleb and Sophia. It's a kids' propaganda cartoon produced by Jehovah's Witnesses, and it's an attempt to effectively indoctrinate children into their belief system. Now, I have a few episodes pulled together here that I wanted to kind of review. These are Jehovah's Witnesses Caleb and Sophia episodes on taking money from children. So, yeah, I'm dead serious, dude, really. So let's listen to this. They have like 3 or 4 episodes on it. It's bad. Let's give it a listen. This one is Lesson 34, Help Others.
The governing body will continue to do everything in our power to provide the needed relief aid to our dear brothers in these affected areas. We love you very much, and thank you for tuning in for this update.
I wish we could help.
So they're talking about some thing happening in some other country or something like that, and they are looking for some way to send their own money into the organization, into Jehovah's Witnesses, okay? 6-year-old and an 8-year-old, I think, or maybe 8 and 10. You remember, like, everything in this is intended to communicate a specific point to children. Every frame of this, every outfit they wear, everything is intended to convey a specific thing. And what's the thing they're conveying here? Give us your money. My channel, as some people can probably tell, views are suffering, so I would appreciate it if you watch a video, watch from beginning to end. Don't turn it off in the middle. That is one of the factors that YouTube uses to determine how far a video is going to go, or if it's going to fall and die, basically. If regular viewers watch the entire thing, it gets a massive boost. So if you guys watch one of my videos, try to watch it from beginning to end. I would appreciate it.
Me too. Oh, I have an idea.
So go around to your piggy banks and empty them and give them to us. Give the contents to us, even pennies. So his piggy bank is empty, I guess.
Yes!
Dude, who the hell keeps buttons in, like, a coin jar? How does a button get into a coin jar in the first place?
What is it, sweetie?
Can I give this to our brothers affected by the hurricane?
Of course you can. We'll put it in the contribution box on Sunday.
Okay, so here's where it gets interesting, right? Jehovah's Witnesses are portraying this as donating to people who are suffering from a natural disaster. But that's not really what's happening, is it? They're actually telling children to donate their pennies to the organization, who will then decide where that money should go. Some of it is used on building kingdom halls, rebuilding their properties that they own, by the way. These are not properties owned by the people. And some of it will go to buying a ton of liquor for ex-governing body member Tony Morris. You don't really know what they're doing with that money because they're not really open about it. But one thing you can be sure of is they're taking money from children intentionally, and they're trying to communicate that these kids should be digging through their piggy banks to give it to the organization. Does it get more depraved?
My piggy bank was empty. I guess I can't help.
There are many things you can do to help. First, you can save some money for next time. Second, you can think about them and pray for them.
So sacrifice is what they're saying. Save money for next time. Sacrifice. Don't spend your money on things that you enjoy spending it on. Put it in your piggy bank so that you can give it to Jehovah's Witnesses later, the organization.
You know, Jesus felt the same way when he was here on earth. Do you remember what he said when he helped the leper?
I want to.
Yes, he did what he could to help others. Just like you. That makes us very proud of you.
Just absurd, dude. Absurd on every level. I'm proud of you for wanting to give the contents of your piggy bank to this organization. Like I said, that's not the only example of them trying to push kids to give them the contents of their piggy bank. Check this one out. Lesson 19, be generous. Be generous to who, I hear you asking? Why, the organization, of course. No, I guess this is like an audio only, like a song or something like that. So Sophia, if you're not watching, you're just listening. Sophia is thinking to herself, right? Comes up with an idea. She's prancing or moseying. I'm not sure which. Let me know which one it is. Prancing or moseying over to a, what would you call it? Like an ice cream cart, right? And giving him a single silver coin, okay? She gets ice cream. Super excited about this. So she's holding this coin in her hand, thinking about getting ice cream with it. She sees her mom donating to the organization, and now she's thinking about all the things that the organization will do with that money. Although, conveniently, in a minute, you'll see that they left out paying CSA victims for the abuse that they suffered at the hands of Jehovah's Witnesses. They're just portraying them building new congregations. They left the child abuse settlements out of the equation, I guess. So she's donated it instead of getting something that she likes, and that makes her happy, apparently. Again, this is propaganda. This isn't a real scenario. They're trying to make these real scenarios by displaying this to children. And just one more interesting note here. If you see, like, in this video, the things that they were showing that the organization was going to do. Again, they ignored child abuse cases and the payouts that go along with it. But they showed building a kingdom hall, and they showed printing books, and what? I don't know what this is. What is this? This is supposed to be their headquarters. It's not their headquarters anymore. It's in Brooklyn, New York. Now their headquarters is in Warwick, I think. But look at this. They're showing cows around it. That's interesting, right? That's because Jehovah's Witnesses as an organization produce all of their own food. They have their own factories. They have their own electrical grid. They have their own water supply, everything. It's a compound, a full-blown compound that they live on, that they never leave unless they're like knocking on doors. And even then, some people just straight up never go. Or they do letter writing campaigns and stuff instead. They live here 24/7 permanently and can only leave for one reason. Isn't that crazy? They farm their own stuff, everything. It's 100% self-sustaining. They want to create a government that is completely separate from every other government, basically. And they're going to use Sophia's money to do it. Just nuts, dude. Absolutely nuts. Here's another one, making sacrifices. This is lesson 37. Check this out. Okay, kids are in the back seat. They're super excited about something. Look at this shit-eating grin on Caleb's face.
Nice comments today, both of you.
Okay, the comments thing. When you're at a Jehovah's Witness meeting, they have these, like, publications called like The Watchtower and The Awakes. I think they did away with The Awakes. I don't know. They have other books. And in these books, they have these points that they try to make all the way down. And each paragraph has a question associated with it. Now, you're supposed to go through the paragraph, find the answer to the question in the paragraph, and then at the meeting, when they read these publications, you raise your hand, you get called on by one of the conductors or whatever, and then you give the answer according to what the paragraph said. Sometimes maybe even throw in a personal experience. It's a way of indoctrinating people. And Caleb and Sophia are being encouraged to give answers because it pushes that indoctrination forward.
Both of you.
So, Mom, will we?
Go to the park? I think so.
Yes!
Oh, okay. We just have to wait a bit for Dad, then see what he says. Here comes Dad. Oh, it looks like somebody needs a ride.
God, this music is so trashy, it feels to me. I don't know.
Thank you so much. I hope this doesn't spoil your plans. What a beautiful afternoon.
All right. We're going to take Wilfredo home and help him with a few things, okay?
And his ball deflates. So this is part of the religion's grip on people. They build a community as strong as it gets. They want their people to rely on each other through thick and thin, no matter what. And they try to sever people's reliance on the outside world. So if you can get a job with a Jehovah's Witness rather than, any other company out there, so much the better. That's why there are so many window washing Jehovah's Witnesses out there. It's almost like a trope at this point. Jehovah's Witnesses, by and large, do window washing like nonstop. Like that's the thing, that's the occupation that they do almost always. The reason is because it's a low-skill job that pays well, doesn't require an education of any sort. You just get out there with a thing and wash the windows. And it's the kind of thing that an entire congregation can do. So there will be one window washing company owner in the congregation who will employ every member of the congregation. They'll find a local mall, and this mall will pay these Jehovah's Witnesses to go around to every single window and wash it, like once a week or something. This is how it worked at my congregation, too. Although the Jehovah's Witness employer in my congregation was actually like an IT kind of guy. Like they would repair people's computers. They had POS systems, so point of sale. Every cash register at the mall, at my local mall, had the Jehovah's Witness name across the side because they sold all those POS systems to them. They managed all of them. They were a major IT company in the area, and I considered trying to file suit against them because they wouldn't hire me on religious grounds because I was disfellowshipped. So they try to create this vacuum where no one on the outside can come in and no one on the inside can get out. And then when you're disfellowshipped, you break a rule or you just simply don't want to be a part of it anymore because you don't believe it. You're kicked out and removed from every aspect of the society that you grew up in. It is all built this way very intentionally. So what they're portraying here is the dad saying, we have to help this guy with a few things because he needs our help. This guy could ask his family for help. In the outside world, hell, he may even be able to hire somebody to help him clean his house or, move his car or whatever thing it is he needs. But in Jehovah's Witnesses circles, if your family isn't made up of Jehovah's Witnesses, you're out of luck. You're not allowed to talk to them. And if they are Jehovah's Witnesses, so much the better. Strengthens ties to the rest of the Jehovah's Witness community. It's built this way very intentionally. They try to build their own government, their own society, and use it as a weapon against people who no longer want to be a part of it. They don't have the legal right to jail you. They don't have the legal right to fine you or whatever other thing courts usually do if you break a law. So they enforce their own laws, like no smoking, no getting drunk. You're allowed to drink, but not get drunk. No blood transfusions. They enforce those laws by forcing dependence on the rest of the community and cutting dependence on the outside world and withdrawing that support system when you break one of the rules. It's all intentional. I mean, it's all a stated goal in their publications. I'm not making this up. So they're showing the responsibility that you have to assist people who need the help. It's more important than everything. Everything.
I'll get the tools.
Caleb is miffed.
Caleb, you know, today you can make something Jesus made all the time.
Make something? What?
Is he going to make a table or something? Like what?
A sacrifice.
Oh, a sacrifice. Okay.
How?
Well, Jesus worked hard, and sometimes he had plans to rest.
Again, like it's a good thing to help the people around you. This is ostensibly a good message. But this is a concerted effort. This is one link in the chain of concerted efforts that Jehovah's Witnesses have been putting forward, I mean the organization, to try to trap their people inside at any cost. So Jesus steps off the boat, okay?
But when people needed his help, he made a sacrifice,
Help us.
giving up what he wanted to do.
You know, that's good. Again, a good message. Help people around you. But they're doing it for nefarious reasons in this one specific case. They're trying to communicate to children that they should sacrifice everything. And honestly, these kids don't even have that much free time anyways. I was a Jehovah's Witness growing up. I remember what it was like. Every spare moment was devoted to the organization. I was failing in school, at least partly because my entire life was monopolized by Jehovah's Witness activities. Every single day of my life, I had something to do for Jehovah's Witnesses. Saturday, I would be out there knocking on doors. Sunday, I would go to meetings. And then after that, probably knock on doors then too. Monday, I would be going to a meeting. Wednesday, I would go to a meeting, Wednesday night. And in between those extra days, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, I would either be going in service after hours or studying my books and underlining, like I explained earlier. Reading them beforehand. You're supposed to prepare for the meetings. In fact, when I became a teenager and got baptized and stuff, I was expected to give talks in front of the congregation, get up there and do Bible readings and stuff like that. So I had to prepare for that. I had to practice for it and everything. Every day was something Jehovah's Witness related. That is all intentional. There's no reason for all of that sacrifice. They want to drown you in work so that you don't have any other time to think about what's really happening to you. And they want to build a community and prevent you from becoming friends with outsiders. They want you to befriend insiders, shun outsiders. That's the entire goal here. Okay, so Jesus sacrificed, right?
To help someone else.
Right.
I mean, what could they have to do that would take a family of 4 more than an hour, right? But it's like they don't even have an extra hour to spend on anything because they spend all of their time knocking on doors or preparing to knock on doors or preparing for meetings or whatever.
How did that make him feel?
Happy. Even if he didn't get to go to the park.
And then, of course, the wife at the end there, being the good wife that she is, has made food for everybody, right? Anyway, that's Caleb and Sophia. That is at least a few episodes of them trying to get kids to donate their time and money and energy and everything to the organization, instead of spending it on a completely reasonable thing of their own, like enjoying themselves. Ice cream, they're children. Can't they just enjoy themselves? Can't they just go to the park? Absurd. Absurd on every level. Let me know what you think about it in the comments.